Alright, I have no idea what time it is, so I gotta do this, mad crook. Alright, so I really should be plucking my eyebrows, but I don't feel like it. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to do that. We're gonna get a little different today, and we're gonna use this little doodad. It's 4 eyebrows. I'm just kinda just coloring them in more than actually shaping them, because I really am in that mode where I don't care today. I don't care. But see the difference already? Look at that shit. Oh my god. Okay, makeup and TED Talk time. Hey, hey. So I had my first vocal therapy lesson today with Mark Baxter, who worked with like a bunch of people. He's the ish. And what I learned today is something I definitely already knew, but I didn't realize how deep rooted it is. I realized how much of a control freak I am, and that I have to start to let that go a little bit, especially with singing, because the queen of control freakism. Having vocal control is one thing, but trying to control everything else on top of it, and even in the way that I think about singing, I gotta calm my shit. That's what I learned today. I gotta calm my shit. And isn't that a good lesson for life? That sometimes you cannot control everything. So you just gotta calm your shit. You just gotta calm it down. Wow, my eyebrows are so, like they just get empty. They just get empty. There's so much space to fix on these bad boys constantly. Constantly. I don't know why, but look. A little bit shaded in, not, or starting. It's just so stressful. I hate them so much. But there we go. There's that control again, isn't it? Always wanting what you don't have and trying to manifest it into something else and causing anxiety where it doesn't need to be. I think we're all a little bit guilty of that, but maybe something to think about so we stop driving ourselves nuts, huh? How is everyone's Thursday? How's everybody feeling? What's going on? Catch me up. Alright, there we go. It's a little too archy on that side, but whatever, I kind of like it. Kind of dig it. 4th of July was good. I had to sing. I sang at a wedding on 4th of July. It was actually a lot of fun. A very big wedding. Lots of peeps. It was super fun. I liked it. Again, I think I said it last time, but yeah, like working on holidays, it does not bother me because I'm not really a holiday kind of gal. I'm not a celebrating holidays kind of person. Never really been my vibe. Never gonna be my vibe. Not my thing. Because I just look at them as every other day. It's just another day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Alright, so we're gonna go in. We got our eyebrows as the shape we want. I'm gonna add just a little bit of that underneath. Not being too careful with it, because I'm usually not too careful with it. And then I am going to get more careful as we go along. But we're just adding a little bit of, you know. This is not my brush. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay. So now, I can't help but make a mess always. Hold on. So now I'm going to go in with this bad boy. And actually, oh, did I get some on my actual eyebrow? Because that's extra messy. And now I am, see? Just adding that cleanup. Just a little bit of cleanup to make this look fresh to death. Super fresh. Super fresh. Even though I have so many extra eyelashes that eyebrow hairs that I should be plucking, but I'm not because I refuse. I refuse to conform and have to pluck my eyebrows all the time. Ha ha ha. I am woman, hear me roar. Goodness. You know, what just popped up on my TikTok is someone posted the band interview with Kanye West from the Ellen DeGeneres show. And to be fair, even though he seemed like he was going insane, he actually weirdly brought up a lot of great points. You ever notice that? People like always get like shamed or like shunned when they're like overly excited about talking about something that they're passionate about because they're like deemed as like crazy at that point. And I mean, we all know that Kanye's got a couple screws, maybe a little loose, but in reality, I don't really disagree with some of the stuff that he does talk about, or at least in that interview specifically. I think that he's kind of right about the fact that um, he was talking about like we wasted our time bringing each other down versus like creating something beautiful. And I like so wholeheartedly agree with that. Um, and I just like kept hearing him talk, and I'm like, yeah, he sounds like he's going on a crazy rant, but at the same time, he's not really wrong. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it. When are you going to do your Music Mondays again on YouTube? Probably when life slows down a little bit. So I have to be careful because now that we're back to like regular gigging, I don't want to overly wear myself out, which I'm the queen of. I'm the queen of saying yes to like everything and just like doing all the things versus like caring about like rest time or like health. I'm just go, 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 go. But I gotta be more careful about that. So I'm really trying to make sure that I'm maintaining vocal health and sanity, of course. I don't want to be the next crazy ranter on a TV show, right? Just on my YouTube channel. But at the same time, I love singing for you guys, but I also love talking to you guys and talking about important things like this. So, finding a happy little balance here, you know? Find your balance. There's gotta be a way, because I think I'm getting too much backlighting or something, because I can barely see my screen. Hold on. I think that did the opposite of what I want. So, ha 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 ha. Look at that. Oh, there we go. This is so much better. To be honest, but I can't. Girl, it's okay. Everyone has their own thing. Like, that's the beauty of life, is that everyone really does have their own little shtick. But I think, yeah, that talking about like work-life health balance, that's kind of a universal topic. It doesn't necessarily have to be within music. It doesn't have to be within a sport. It doesn't have to be within in any of that stuff. It's just important in general. And sometimes it's really hard to say no, or like if you know, if you have money being thrown at you too, like for gigs in my case, or for that overtime, like they're like, oh, will you stay for overtime, blah blah blah, and you're like, oh well, OT money is pretty dope. I know in like nursing professions and stuff, like when you get like time and a half and like little perks like that, it's so easy to just say yes without thinking about like, oh, how is this going to affect my sleep, how's it going to affect me, blah, 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 blah. It's really, really easy just to get into the routine of saying yes all the time. And I feel like at some point we have to learn how to say no. Like we have to learn how to be like, you know something? No, I need some time for moi. And that's really hard for a lot of people, including myself. So, I don't know. Just little things to think about, I guess. We're just going to do a very, very basic makeup today because your girl doesn't feel like looking like she's been all done out today. Oh, shit. Oh, I've already made a mistake, so that's fun. Gotta love it. There we go. That's a little better. See? Adding a little bit of shade and shape. no shade in shape. See the difference? You see the shit? Little things, guys. Little things. Oh, great tune, by the way, written by Ed Sheeran for One Direction. Great song. I won't let these little things slip out of my mouth. Great tune. Great tune. 'Cause if I do, oh, it's you. I'm trying to remember the damn melody of that. But if I do, oh, it's you, they add up to I'm in love with you. And all those little things. God, I haven't heard that song in forever. I feel like now is when I start doing my evening out, because it's easy to accidentally do too much or too little of something on one side as you do on the other. So after I get like a general messy idea, I just start, tailoring it out and evening her out. And then we can always buffer this out and make it a little less after. So I am going to add one more darker shade. It's actually going to be this purple for no reason other than the fact that I like it. That's going to lie just in the corner, barely in the crease, just kind of in this corner here. And now I'm buffering it a little bit before I actually buffer it. Again, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, baby. Little respect. Hey, doom, 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 doom. There we go. I had to think about that run for a second, of how I want to orchestrate it. And there's the control again, actually. Fair point. There, it literally just was for the world to see. That's me being a control freak and needing to do runs 30 times to get it perfect, because I am a perfectionist. Psychopath perfectionist. And I can't help it. See how I'm just coming underneath a little bit? This is going to get toned down a lot too. So if you're trying this, don't stress. This isn't going to be this gray. Right now it is, but it's not going to stay like this. Now I'm going to take my finger and go right in this little bad boy. And like that, going like this. I can come onto the eye a little bit too, if I so choose. I choose. Going in just like so. This lighting is hard. I love when I get to show you guys the finished product at the end of the look. Like at the end when I'm done. Because then we go into the natural light and you get to see what it actually looks like versus this gangsta lighting that I have going on right now. Like, I MacGyvered the hell out of this setup. For real. I need one thing from in here. Shit. But I'm gonna need it anyway. Neutrogena, today. The True Bay. Okay. I'm just washing this off my fingers so I don't get it on my face anymore. Then I won't. Okay. So now with that same color, I want to, oh, I accidentally put this in here. Jarian. Now with that same color, I'm gonna go right in under the eye, kind of connect to where I stopped with the dark color under my eye. See? A little bit, little bit, little bit. can't wait for you guys to see the setup, like my bathroom setup at the house that we're looking at right now, because it's just gonna be, it's gonna be popping. It's gonna be so much better for stuff like this. Okay, now before cleaning anything up, we have our shadow constructed primarily exactly how I want it. There's one other little thing that I actually will do now before I forget, because I'm the queen of forgetting things. And I'm gonna swoopity do a little highlight ski up in here. Just like a light, small line. See, just a little nice little touch right there. But now, because usually I do that first. Other people actually do it usually in this order, which I will never understand, because then blending after you've already blended is very stressful. But just like a little light blend, but you can see like the difference from this side to this side. It kind of like just has like a better shimmerimity-do. So my words, by the way, like my terms for things should be used in dictionaries, I think. Personally, I think they're brilliant. My little shim-sham, little shimmer-dimmery-do. Cute. 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 Now I'm just doing a little bit of this. Just because we do want it blended a little bit more. I'm like super messy all around right now, but I really don't care. It'll look good when it comes together. Trust the process. Definitely trust the process. We're going to do no wing today. I don't know why I went to say like, oh, we're gonna do a wing. No, we're not. We are not. 'Tis not happening. Okay, I'm just doing right on the outer corner. Or this outer half, rather. Just a little outer brim. To give some dimension to the eye. This lighting is so bad, I hate it. Oh god, even if you could see it like in the mirror versus in this, it's so different. So I did make one little mistake, and I came out a little too far on this side, so we may do something that I never do, which is smudging, but I'm trying to determine if I can fix it first without smudging it. Like maybe just having like a little mini wing, which might suffice. Yeah, the mini wing will do. The mini wing will do. Now I just gotta do it on the other side. Listen, accidents happen, and then you fix it in a different way. Sometimes you gotta change game plan up rather. That's okay. Oh, and I fucked up this side too. This is why I hate doing wings now. Because I feel like I used to be better at them than I am now. So I just kind of stopped doing them. Because they're a pain in the ass. If we're being real, they're a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up what's going on under here. Just clean some shit up. Again, don't worry about the underneath of the eye. It will make sense when we're all completely blended. Okay. Awesome sauce. All right. Woo. Let's throw some foundation on. I'm gonna do kind of the same thing I did last time, which I didn't like fully use a legit foundation. I'm kind of like faking a foundation, essentially, like leaving some of my skin just empty or bare. So we're gonna do the same kind of ordeal today. You know? Just fake it. Because this is going to do a lot of coverage. It's just a lot lighter than my skin tone, which is why you typically use a foundation, which is matching of the skin tone. This is actually my concealer. Actually, maybe I'll try something that I've been wanting to try today. I've seen people do this too. Let's try it together. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna leave my concealer where it is. I'm gonna grab some of my foundation, which actually I think is a very similar color to my concealer. I'm just gonna put this where I don't put the concealer. I think it's like the same thing in my personal humble opinion. Maybe like a few shades off. Or like tone wise, it's a little different. I'm just gonna dab this into the areas that don't have concealer currently. And I'm just gonna mix them together, I guess. And we'll see what happens. See how this goes down. Never done it, never tried it, but I'm in. Some people like to use a brush versus a sponge. That's all on you. That's your go-to, whatever your thing is. Do it up. I prefer a sponge. Just me. Okay. There we go. And then because I'm not doing any liquid concealer, I'm gonna, set my foundation now, because I'm gonna use all powder for actual contouring. Meh. 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 Okay, just gonna let that sit as I get it all over my shirt. It's so weird having like even a mini wing, because I haven't been doing wings at all lately. So it's like kind of a trippy moment. Like I'm like looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I have a wing on. I got the wing on. All right, so let's talk while I wait for this. Let's chittity chattity do. Mistakes are a beautiful accident. I agree. I concur. Hold on. Sorry, trying to read your comments. Yeah, health is really important. You know, as I smoke my Juul, aside from that, as far as like maintaining even like a speaking voice, like being safe like with your voice in general is really important. Even down to like what you're eating, acidic foods, stuff like that, anything that could hurt you. No bueno. What you doing?
I'm on my last call. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm live.
Oh.
You should probably take that not in here.
I'll just come and say hi.
So the world doesn't hear stuff.
Shark Ninja stuff.
I love you.
No.
Yeah, I'm just talking about giving up control.
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to I'm talking to you, but I'm telling you what I was talking.
What, controlling your vocal stuff?
No, just in general. Like yes, but more so as a generalized concept.
Interesting.
Yeah, we all know you probably love hearing that. Clay knows I'm a control freak. He's highly aware. And yet he still wants to marry me. God bless him. God bless him. Because I'm a pain in the ass. And I'm highly aware of it. I just have a hard time stopping it. Because I also have bipolar and chronic depression. So, I'll have some swings where I'm like, out of nowhere, just a freaking, I become a tyrant. And the worst part is I hear it, but it's like I can't stop it. It's like I'm a spectator at that point, which is really scary, honestly, really terrifying. It's really hard to, I think, deal with as well as manage. And I've tried, my doctors put me on some medicines, and unfortunately, they didn't really work for me. But I have been trying, between therapy and trying medicine and all this stuff. Like, I put in, I put in the work to try and figure it out, but then hearing my voice therapist today bring up control, and how for me I think not having control is a big trigger with my bipolar, actually probably with my depression too. Like, it just brings the anxiety level to a all-time high. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting for him to bring up, because I didn't realize that control for me carries into other aspects of, my life. I mean, I knew I was controlling as far as like work and needing things to be a certain way with my OCD as well. Like I always knew that, but I guess I didn't realize that it carried into the singing itself. So that was an eye opener for sure. But yeah, we all got problems, that's for damn sure. We all have problems. And I think anyone that says that they're perfectly fine and doesn't have problems is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because they're in denial. Denial. I just kind of sounded like Christopher Walken there for a second. Denial. I didn't mean to, but I liked it. Let me see. I only have a few more things to do, as you saw. Sorry I didn't explain anything, but as you saw, I was doing a powder contour around the framing of my face, bringing it down into my cheekbone, bringing it under the chin, along the siding of the nose, and now we're adding Z highlights, which is one of my favorite parts. Just highlighting any parts of the face that you'd want to like more so look, I think, lifted not lifted, like more, I don't know how to explain it. I suck. I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't do it. It's to give it dimensions, right? So the darker ones would make it look more sunken in, whereas like the contouring of the dark brings things in, whereas the highlight opens up and expands out. Sure, it's where you want that contrast, essentially, if that makes more sense. And here's why it doesn't matter what's going on in the under eye, because then once I start doing the blending of like my highlight and stuff, see how it's naturally starting to blend out what's going on under here anyway? So that's why I don't worry about that too much, because it has a way of kind of working itself out in the end. So the last things I'm going to do, if I can find it. Oh, nope, that is not it. Damn it. Where is it? I have an, oh, here we go. I'm just going to add a little bit, actually, I'm going to do this trick, which has been very helpful. I'm just going to add a little bit of liner underneath. It's kind of a last little go. Strictly just to the waterline, not into the hair itself, the lashes itself rather. Strictly into the waterline, just to give it that little extra pop. And then I'm going to add some mascara. Okay. Let's see. All right. Jeez, I hate doing mascara so much. It drives me bananas. Stresses me out the whole time. I don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna get my stuff, put my stuff away, take whatever's on my hands to get it off. I'll show you the makeup in 1 second. 1 second. This was a little quick video today. Just a little hello, random thoughts, goodbye kind of feel. Let's see how this looks. I'm gonna put these lights off. Now with some natural lighting. There we go. Much better. Gotta love when natural lighting is the key ingredient here. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Peace.